Hello, everybody. I hope you all are doing. So I think we'll wait for a couple of minutes. Uh, few members can still join. Hey, hello, everyone. So first of all, I would like to thank my community. So wherein we could able to make more than 100 members of WhatsApp group. So within just couple of days, we could. Yeah. Okay. So I hope you people can see my screen now. If someone could able to check and let me know if it's visible. So I'll just wait for a couple of minutes again. Sorry for the delay. I hope you could see the screen right now. I could see the text. Yeah, I'll just wait for a couple of minutes so that I could get the confirmation. Yeah, so I have the confirmation. So I hope you could see this is about the CAD. I already explained. Yeah, I'll just go ahead now. Of CAD. Okay. In short, when we achieve the precise and consistent, yeah, so we can have the faster revisions and iterations which can be done, and also we can easily store them and share to the in short. Okay, so with this CAD we can simulate them, yeah, and we can even share for the manufacturing, and we can even share it for the documentation. So these are the key benefits for the Yeah. So now when it comes to the tools which are there in the market currently, you could see we have the first and foremost the AutoCAD, which is mostly used everywhere when it comes to a normal drafting and creating the 2D draftings. Yeah. Basically, we don't use this AutoCAD tool for 3D modeling in current generation. So we Yeah. So now we'll see about CAD. So what are CAD tools? Basically, CAD tools are the computer-aided design and drafting tools, so which will help us to create digital models and drawings, okay, on the computer screen with the help of specially developed software. Yeah. For example, we could consider SolidWorks, Siemens NX, CATIA, Solid Edge, CREO, as well as AutoCAD. What exactly we use or do in the CAD tools? The first thing is we design the parts, right? So using the parametric or non-parametric features, and it should be a solid, obviously, right? And we use the feature-based tools also to design these parts. So when it comes to key features of CAD modeling softwares, so first thing is the tool should be parametric. For example, you could see the image over here, right? So you could see the dimension it is. It is, let's say, assume it is 65 and here it is 70, right? So now let's assume we have designed this corner block and we have saved it. Let's say by tomorrow, we might need some changes into this where I want to make the 70 mm to 50 mm or the 65 to 50. So if you have the parametric modeling into your tool or a software, you can easily make the dimension changes. So I think if you consider AutoCAD, so there you cannot change the dimensions. Yeah. So for example, if you consider the parametric modeling tools, you can give an examples like SolidWorks, Siemens NX, CATIA, Solid Edge, and CREO. These all are the parametric modeling tools. So one more thing is the well as the dimensional constraints. Geometrical constraint, the shape, perpendicular, parallel, okay, concentric. So these all are comes under geometric. We'll see these things later in depth. Yeah. What are the dimensional constraints? Dimension in the sense we have the length, right, and the width. So if you consider angle, so these all comes under a dimensional constraints. Diameter, radius, here, tolerances, everything will come under the dimensional constraints. Now the next one is the key feature is the solid model. Assume this is the corner block, right? Now let's consider if I need to say this as a solid model, it should have all the mechanical properties as well as the physical properties. Am I right? So if you want to define a mechanical properties for this one, so what do we do? We define the stress, yeah, Young's modulus, Poisson's ratio. So these all are the mechanical properties. If you assign a material for this, so automatically the software will take the density into make a check out of what we can do. So let's say your practical model is weighing 1.5 kg, and if you want to see the same here, what you need to do, you need to assign the material. If you assign there, so density will be assigned. So that as a reference, it will give you the weight information inside the software. So the value there, it should, you could say your design is perfect. Yeah, this is how. So for that, the model should be the solid model. Very important. Yeah. So when it comes to one more key feature is there are two types. One is the sketch based features and applied features inside the tools. What are the sketch based features? For example, you have a extrude, right? And the cut, extrude, revolve. For these all the features we need to sketch. Yeah. So when it comes to applied features, likewise example, the fillet, the chamfer, right? And shell. For these, we just need to define the value, right? For radius, 3 mm. For chamfer, it is just define that automatically. The tool or the software applied features, likewise the fillet and the chamfer. Yeah, I hope it's clear. So we'll see now what exactly the parametric sketch is. So when you see a, let's say whatever you a sketch in a paper, if you would like to tell that as a sketch, you should have geometrical as well as dimensional constraints to build a parametric model. Okay. For example, let's say I have a rectangle, only rectangle. Can I say that as a parametric sketch? No. I should have a geometrical constraint like that. At the corners, we should have the perpendicular, and for top and bottom edges, we should have the parallelism. So then that can be a rectangle. Is it a fully constrained or a fully parametric model? No. If you only have the geometrical constraints, it cannot be. You need to define the dimensions for that. Let's say I'll define 50 mm on the bottom longer length, the width for the height, I'll define 25. Now, and I need to constrain that one for an axis 0, 0. If I specify, then that particular sketch will become fully constrained parametric sketch. Very important. Yeah. So I hope it is clear. When it comes to a geometric constraint, it will control the shape of your design. And when it comes to constraints of dimensions, it will control the size of your design. Next, the degrees of freedom. What are degrees of freedom? Assume if you keep a component, in the space, yeah. So the number of possible ways that particular component can move are the degrees of freedom. So in short, it can move in all the 6 degrees. First 3 are the translation along x, y, z. Assume if you take x, it can be positive x direction, can be negative. That considers 1 degree of freedom. Similarly for y, z, and it is again the rotation along x, y, z, clockwise and anti-clockwise considered as 1 degree of freedom. Yeah. So in total, we have 6 degrees of freedom. Now, as I said about the geometrical constraints, so these are the few important geometric. The first one is the horizontal. Yeah. Next one is the vertical. Next is that particular node or a grid is fixed at a particular node. Next one is the midpoint. Okay. Similarly, perpendicular, parallel, concentric, equal, and then we have the collinear, concentric, coradial, fixed, intersection, and symmetric geometrical constraints. Yeah. Well, next we'll see about the tool today which we are going to cover. That is the SolidWorks. So what is exactly SolidWorks? In short, we had already seen it's just a CAD tool, 3D modeling tool, which is very popular nowadays. If you consider Indian market, I could say on an average 85 to 88% industries are using this tool. So when it comes to OEMs, mostly prefer Siemens NX because it can handle large components. Even SolidWorks can handle large components, but due to some limitations, we are in the race. We will definitely reach there. Yeah. Next, as you could see, it is used in mechanical design, the product development, as well as the prototyping, and even you can do the validations out of it. We have the simulation capabilities also in this particular tool. So industries preferred, mostly the medium scale industries, the small scale industries, and also automotive, aerospace, the consumer products, and the manufacturing. Yeah. So when it comes to SolidWorks, if you're working in any of the companies or if you're an entrepreneur, if you want to purchase the SolidWorks, we have the different packages. So we have the SolidWorks standard, professional, and premium. Okay. In premium, you will get all the simulation capabilities, yeah, along with that the motion studies, and even you have the CAM facilities. Okay, SolidWorks CAM, you can use it, and you can even render the model. Yeah. In professional, you can get the key feature is the design fastness. Okay, design library, you will get it, very important, and along with that you're gonna get the SolidWorks CAM standard. When it comes to standard, you will not get any of the simulation features. You don't have the design library fastness nuts and bolts features. Yeah, you can use the normal designing purpose the standard package, but we would prefer to go with the professional if you are running a medium scale industry, or if you want to do the simulations everything, you prefer premium. But static analysis along with that few advanced linear or the simulations, you might need to go. Yeah, so this is about SolidWorks. So, the just a basic overview of this tool. Now we'll see about the SolidWorks user interface. Yeah, so what exactly this SolidWorks is, and how the interface is like. So I hope most of the people here or who are joining this webinar, they know about the SolidWorks. If you're completely new for this session might help you to understand the user interface. Yeah, so I'll just take a couple of minutes to just cover that. The first thing is the menu you could see on the top, right? So what exactly we do here, we save the component. Yeah, we open the components. We can even define few of the advanced settings, edit preferences. Okay, we can set the views, we can extract the tools like simulation and other tools. Yeah, this is the main menu bar which is used predominantly. You can even rebuild it, you can use the search command, you can go to the help. Yeah, a lot of things you can do it here. Now, when it comes to the command manager, you could see we have all the tools listed. For example, let's say if you want to design a part, so for that you can go to the features tab. So now here we have the different uh, uh, tabs where you can go and take the tools and do it. For example, if you want to sketch something, you can go to the sketch tab and select all the tools related to sketch. Yeah. Next, we have the feature manager. So this is what you could see. This is the feature manager where you can have the configurations listed. You can have all the uh, feature tool history. Wherever you want, you can go back and edit the features. Yeah. Next is the task pane. So what exactly to have the graphics, you can material, you can assign the colors. Yeah, you can even extract the components from here by using the file library. Yeah, so these all advanced things you can do it here by using the task pane. So next one is the design library, most predominantly used if you are going to work on the assemblies. So we have all the fastness available which are there in the market, so you can simply drag and drop it to save your time. So very important features. View toolbar. So why this? You could already see there are a lots of heads up tools. First one is the zoom to area. We can even have the section view. Then we can have the all the default views. You can switch it there. Okay, you can hide and features or tools, or and you can assign the background. Yeah, so you can even turn on graphical views. So shadows, a lot of things you can do it here. So we'll see these all things in the live session. Yeah. Next thing is this one. So the graphics area. You could see this is the graphics area. So what exactly we do here? So we take the component, we do all the design, creating the thing, we do everything here and we save the part. Yeah. So this is what we do here. Next thing is customizing your user interface. So you could see when you are working on the tool, if you want to use the SolidWorks very predominantly and professionally, better use these all the settings what I'm going to propose you here. So let's say there's one option in the system options, that is the enable on screen and auto rotate view. These are the most predominant things you should activate. I'll show that how do we do that. Yeah. Next thing is the units. You can even customize as per your need, but by default we use millimeter, gram, seconds. Yeah. And next is the keyboard shortcuts and mouse gestures, and the shortcut bar we can customize it. I'll show that. You could even see I have few shortcuts keyboard